What's up, everybody? It is Josh the J System here. Welcome back to more WWE Supercard. In our quest to finish the campaign before the new tier drops, which we are inching so close to finishing, and the campaign and the new set of the campaign is coming right around that corner. We know it's here coming, and it's so very close as well. So, if you guys saw the last part, then you know 42. We stopped at 42, so we're going to go to 43 now. We'll see how far we get. Lately, we've been going 14. We've been going basically trying to conquer 2 sets of the campaign rings per video, trying to at least extend out because we know that eventually it's going to end up dropping down even further than that, but we're going to push. So the goal is each video now is to at least conquer 2. And then we'll see how things go when that new stack of the campaign drops, and we will figure that out. But for now, let's get right into it. We're not even going to mess around anymore. Oh, we got some right arrows. That shouldn't be too hard to handle out. All right, should be easy to do. So a big part of the campaign has always been awareness of like where your card stats are. Are they strong enough? Can they handle the fight? And depending on what part of the campaign you're at, it should be relatively easy unless you get to this point, in which case then you got to start really paying attention. I dragged myself on that whole reason. There's a very specific reason for that, and that is every match you are going into going forward is going to be devastating. You don't know what you're coming up against because obviously everything's unknown. I'm going into this blind because I've had many viewers and followers, both on not only viewers on YouTube but also followers on Twitch. Messaged me through the Discord because they wanted to know the layout, and I said no, I don't. And that isn't a lie technically, because it has happened not only just on the Discord where I'm mentioning them on the Discord, just where it's happened not only during a live stream but also because they've watched the videos too, so that's why I include them both on both because But I said no, I don't want to know the layout. I don't want to know what the scheme is because normally the last matches of campaign are always power, charisma, power, which is always an easy thing to handle. So a major question I've noticed that gets tossed around a lot is this: can you beat campaign without the battle pass card? Yes, you can. You can beat a campaign without it. Is it difficult? Yes, because it requires a little extra. It requires you to, for one thing, you're going to have to make sure that you are playing your absolute butt off and getting not only special editions, but the event cards. You have to play hard to get them, because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for a big loss. Because it was done. I have done it. I'm trying to remember what tier it was. It was during season 11. I do remember that specifically. I had the battle pass card and I refused to use it when it came down to that time because I kept pulling it out. Every time I put it in, I put a card that was kind of close to it but not as good. And I just kept going, okay, this is what we got to do. This is what we're going to use over and over. And that was the plan. Well, imagine when all your viewers are already done with the campaign and you're the one sitting there going, yeah, I probably should have just swallowed my pride and did it. But at the same time, I'm like, if I did that, then what? Then when I look at it, I go back and look at it. then it's like, okay, but I swore I wouldn't, and now I have to go back on my word, swallow my pride, whatever you want to go. Oof. That's a loss we have to accept. A moment, must turn my head to do this. Loss is a loss. Toughness and speed, huh? Leave it alone. We'll go speed all the way with one of the cards. Just gotta find it. Too bad I don't have a straight ladder. That's a lot better than that. There we go. That belt's ought to do it. See, now I'm sure you guys have paid attention that how I'm assessing the videos are different now. Like how I'm approaching the campaign matches. I'm actually acknowledging what's going on and like paying attention to what cards are being thrown at me. Obviously, I seen that I took that loss very clearly, and I know the reason why I took the loss. There's no doubt about that. And as you go on, you start to notice. You start to point it out to yourself, like, okay, this right here, this is what cost me the match. So I need to do this to adjust. So, as you've noticed, that I am picking particular cards, but I'm also, there is something else that's there. And if you haven't noticed, you won't notice it unless you're like very much like locked in, like you're 100% locked in the where I'm at. You'll notice that I haven't had to make any equipment changes yet, because we're not at that point. We're getting there though. Right after, I want to say it'll be 56 is roughly around that point where you're going to have to do it. But there are times where it happens a little sooner. I might be able to get away with not having to do anything here. Or not. Or not. I got a little stingy. Which isn't bad, because now I've been given, see, because now we now have information. It doesn't matter what the matches come out to now, because now I'll know, okay, Earthquake or Kane can be used for that second match instead. Last match is Power. How badly? Okay, so nothing else. Just a quick alternation. Oh, we just gotta alternate a few cards. Big deal there. Easy peasy. Like I said, we're getting there very quickly. It's just a little bit of there's going to come that, this is the point now when the losses are going to start to accumulate, and we haven't reached it yet, but there will come a point where matches are going to take multiple times for me to win. Like obviously with this was a simple cut and dry situation because I have two cards of over 2 million. But even if I didn't, I had one, and one would have been enough. And even without that, I could have made some alterations with my support before I would have had to do anything else. See, because the way I try to do it is I'll alternate the cards, see if I can get away with that before I have to do anything else. And then we alternate the support, depending on what support needs to be alternated. Do I need to? So the first thing I'll do is I'll go, okay, do I need to alternate my managers? Okay, the managers don't need to be alternated. I just need to alternate a support card that's going to slam dunk some stats up for my cards so I can get the job done. If that doesn't work and then alternating the manager doesn't work, then we go to the next phase, which is the equipment. Equipment should be your next phase because you want to go there, because then you know it's like, okay, doing this, now you rinse, now you go back to the things before your manager, your support, and sometimes even the other cards. You want to know because you gotta do that sometimes. Afterwards, you would go. After that, it's momentum, equipment. It might seem counterproductive to do it that way, but it's really not when you're considering that you're trying to avoid equipment or momentum should always be your last resort. Like if you've noticed how I've mentioned several, 100 times about the Immortals card, how I don't want to use it unless absolutely required to, like the final match. I like the final stages. I probably will try to avoid using it unless absolutely 100% necessary. The reason I want to go that route with it is because I don't want it to seem where I needed that card in particular. Okay, I got the UFC cards. I won them fair and square. I got the equipment on the one. Let's work with that. Keeps picking toughness for me, and I'm not. Man, I'm getting lucky with. I swear, I'm getting lucky with Kyrie right now. It's not even funny anymore. Oh, with Bailey too. I'm gonna slap down the support because I have a feeling I may need to. Glad I did because I was not winning without it. So there's multiple things to consider because you want to constantly alternate out. But the Immortals card I want to save is like my ace in the hole card. So obviously, final card, I may have to alternate what Immortals card is being used because more than likely it's going to go male, female, male, which means power, charisma, power. Which kind of stinks, honestly, because I would like it to go charisma, power, charisma, because I'd have an advantage then. I mean, obviously, you look at this hand alone and you're seeing a whole lot of charisma. Our highest power in this hand is literally J. But I don't have the Warrior done. I don't have Dusty done. I don't have Austin done for the LJN cards. Despite the fact that it's a distributor and, who makes the things, who made the games, but somebody else had another phrase for what they were called. So you got to work with that. So we're dragging along. We're getting to the end. Looks like this is going to be a perfect 6, which is fine. That wasn't close to enough to beat me out. So it ultimately depends who I have for a card to determine who I want to use when damaging. I did that just for the fun. So much fun in doing so. But depending on what the next section is going to be, because now we should see yet another spike in difficulty. But now you guys might say, well, there isn't really much of a spike between the end of their last one video and this one, start of this one. Wrong, because I did take a few losses, and it was required that I do stuff to adjust. Oh, that just got interesting. Very interesting. So, if you've been following along with the whole, oh, that's right, I didn't tell you guys. So, since this is being recorded after, obviously, this is being recorded after the fact, and for those of you who don't know, during a live stream, I announced that I did claim the United States title. So that was a relief. But for those of you who have been diligently, and I only say it like that, just it's sort of like a way of rewarding those who are paying attention. You would have to be paying attention long enough for it. And I understand if it's a lot to pay attention to, but you have been following along to the struggles that I call my superstar struggles, and looks like I have a few other things. What the heck? That's strange. Didn't even know I had these extra rumbles. Okay. So we're not done yet with the combinable. That's actually good. Just real quick. It's like I have it, I might as well do it. Now the next phase is this. Not even close. Just find the first pump it up. Yes, pump it up, yeah. Just double checking to make sure I didn't pass the Cody Rhodes one, because it seems weird that I would. That's probably why it's right there. Okay, so. Nice clear out, and now we'll hit our draft board. So normally there has been I've had the stigma in me of like not wanting to draft anything because of like trying to go as long as I can before I have to pull something off the draft board. Yes, we need them tokens without a doubt. But there's been a recent thing with that stigma as being there's been a recent thing with it, and it's been this, is that actually right now there's going to be another female WrestleMania 42 that's coming out. But I will worry about that after. To be honest, the thing I'm hoping for the most is the WrestleMania 42 females getting dropped out of my deck, because that drops another stack. So believe it or not, the more it happens, the better. So for some, you might go, well, wait, if you do that, then that hinder your immortals. And it's like, no, because with getting but there's a catch to it. You have to at least get a Leviathan female before you're going to do it. Otherwise, it's pointless. You don't want to do it unless you have plenty of tokens. So tokens. I do not know where my coin is at the moment. So yeah, it's in here somewhere. I got to put it off to the side somewhere. So officially, we have passed Big Corbs. Big shout out to him. Or them, I'm assuming. So them, I will, and all that, just so it's not disrespectful to anybody. So, left arrow central. Works for me. Double the Jacob, double the Rhea Ripley. Because it's power. Can't forget about the King of the Ring. I'm still just shocked that I have not knocked him out yet. That Joe Hendry has lasted as long as he has. But it's a testament to where some special edition cards and their specific equipment do tend to last. And to explain this even better to you, he doesn't have a high tier equipment on him. He has adventure equipment. It's also a loss. Let's knock something over. It's expensive. Don't want to do that. Alright, so apply the support to Mr. Hendry, and we can move on to match 51. I wish I would have paid attention to the first match. Actually, I might. I don't think it matters because I'm pretty sure that was 20. Let's test this. First match. Oh, that might have. Oh, okay. That's an issue. Okay, that's the problem. Because what was the second match? They both were over 2 million. I got cocky for no reason. Okay, what was the final? I want to know what the final female match was. I want to know what their stats were. It's 3.7. That's quite a number. Without those Rias, I think I'd be struggling a bit. So you know what? Okay, double loss. Sometimes you take the loss because you can't. You're not going to be aware of whether or not it's going to happen. And I don't have enough of Jacob Fatu for a second one yet for fortification. All right, so no matter which way you go about it. Let's do this one for Mr. Hendry. Elite Jacob, if you will. Even if both cards proxy, it wouldn't matter because neither one of them proxy for power. If I'm remembering correctly, I think both do speed and charisma. Though it's been a while since I've used Becky Lynch's card, like where I've paid attention to what stat she does. So. Do I even? I tend to avoid using it. I could alternate and pick another card altogether, but I don't think having this one in particular is really going to be that big of a deal, considering it's still just a pro and her thing's not really that great. Like, you don't need the battle pass at this juncture unless absolutely necessary. I could extend out and just not use it at all, but it's there to use if necessary. No for you, Brutus. No for you. Oh, Jake and Jacob, strong as they are, gonna need a little bit more. Okay, don't worry about that. I know exactly what to do. Okay, we got this one all wrapped up and figured out. Doesn't matter how you really want to look at this. Always going to be the problem, so we need it for toughness. Do we have one here yet? So we need straight toughness. So do we have the guitar pro at least 358? Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Slam dunk with Mr. Hardy. And now we're the ones El Kabonging people. And we move on. 52. Not too bad, not too bad. Jeff is our highest charisma, so it made more sense. Gotta predict what the next danger is going to be. It's risky not to throw down one, but okay, we didn't need it. So that means whatever the last match is going to be. A little nerve-wracking. I'll slam it in just because I do not know if my opponent's going to decide to. They were going to. 41. 42. Okay. That presents a problem. So... $52 presenting the problem here. Let's see what we got. We got the charisma with Jeff. If I take that away, I lose out with him. What can we do here? I need to give myself enough boost. It was only 275 though. Oh, we can go 417. That might actually do it. Let's do it. See what happens. Like I said, everything, you have to play everything out as such before you can start making guesstimates of what you have to do next. It's like I knew I needed at least 1.8 million. And I need him at least at 19, 1.9 million. And then with you two. 22 and 25, that's 47. I got that cut close. A little too close for comfort. Next. We'll go live the start. Not really feeling too crazy about it. Oof. So we just need somebody that hits that number. Jake and Jeff. Of course. And did I badly get smoked there? Well, what are you going to do, you know? Oh, okay. So it's toughness and charisma. Um, gee, I don't know. The charisma should get Trish over. Then we just got the toughness problem here. We do both, but that's a stretch. Let's try and see what happens. And then we determine if we need some momentum thrown down too. As long as I got over that. That's gonna be bad. That's 74. All right, we got an extra star. We got everything in place. We just need the final piece to the puzzle. Okay. It's 365. Okay. We know the last one's charisma. Is anyone else strong enough? Translation, no. Okay. That's really the best I got for charisma? Yeah, it looks to be. Huh. Okay. This is going to require some work. Ugh. I wasn't expecting that. Right, mail. Well, which comes to shove, I'll just have to find the cards that are like high in charisma and put them on. I don't think I'll need that though. Not yet. Interesting. Said we were going to be hitting that that proverbial wall eventually. I didn't think it'd be this soon, though. And obviously, I know what the end result play can be. Like, there is an obvious, easy way out. But if I play it, then I really gotta hope that that card initially does something too, which I don't want that to have to be the case. Right. Okay, so that backfired. Anything that has high charisma at this point is what I'm going to need. So I got to find the item first. Yokozuna's bucket could do it. Gee, no. That wouldn't happen to be the one I have in right now, would it? No, it is not. Heck, one is that one equipped to that? Right. No, left arrow. That explains quite a bit. Says it's on a Liv Morgan, it's gonna be this one. Alright, so we'll hold off you just for now. You did not drop that far. Okay. Throw that on you. That should be enough. If not, then we gotta search out one for Jake as well. I don't think we will need to, though. I think we got everything. Although there might be something I may need to do. Nope, never mind. Trish beats EO. Liv beats Wendy. Finally. Oh, wow. Yeah, that should, that might do it. Short, but not by much. Okay. I just need something, barely something, honestly. Something with charisma. Three. That might do it right there. I can't foresee it taking more than that. Let's try this again. Instead, I've exhausted, if not, I've exhausted every part of the field that I can use to the point now where I have to. Yeah, that's got to be it. No doubt. Barely. We got it. Adjustments will have to be made after. So we set everything again. Just don't think I'd ever beat that one. Toughness and speed, huh? Yeah, even before this, I already know what has to happen. I'm no fool. I mean, I am, but that is much as expected. Took a heavy smash from all that, from that match alone. I don't trust it. I could see them slamming support at me early on. Oh well. Speed across the board. Okay. I'm covered there. What's the last match going to be? Speed. Not much to talk. It's only 4.3. And you reach 4.8. I'm not going to lie, I stopped it because I have to think about that for a minute. Okay, so. We can actually switch this to full speed. So you have to go back a tier, but still. That's the first thing we can do, and then the second thing is obvious. Because the first match is Jake Roberts, which Jake Roberts is already got an enormous amount of speed or toughness, so I don't have to worry about that. And we just need a speed booster, which is this. And then I think we got this. I think we can wrap up 54 real nice into a tie it up into a nice bow and move on. Because the last two matches are nothing but speed. Barely. We did get it, though. Barely. Just barely. Oh, man. The struggle is real. Speed alone. Okay. Pray. We gotta pray now, because now I gotta figure this one out easily or badly. Well, since we're just trying to gather information for right now, I figured this one is such a bad. Oh, it faded early. Okay, that might be a problem. How bad is match 2? Not any better. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. What can we do here now? Well, there's a few things we can adjust to make this work out for us. Okay, that can help. I'm gonna put Javon into, I guess I might do the lead. I just need something to get him up there. Something that'll just generate some high speed. That could work. I just need enough to get him up to the tag team numbers. This doesn't necessarily have to snatch me the win. I just need to get enough where I can see the answer. All right, so all 4 of you are in there. There is nothing else I can do at that point. So, worst case scenario, I'll have to get something better for Jeff, because that 62 is not going to be enough. But minimal takes for Jacob, Jeff, and Javon are my 3. I just realized how eerie that is. It's the 3 of all 4 of my cards that are males are all J cards. Okay. So you can get over almost positive that, but let's see what we got here. If he proxies, that's possible, depending. But he did not. That's also dependent on something else. Okay, so I can sub out Jacob for Jeff for that first match. You give us a little more leeway, but there's another problem there. It's still leaving us with a problem because we need a little extra still. Okay, what do I have in one of the lower tiers? I'm gonna have to really look. Getting 62,000 is not gonna be enough. I need more. Gonna need a little something else. Okay, no, I'll take that. I'll take it because it's a little more, so it's another 50,000 we're giving him for now. I can't get. I don't think I gave Javon Evans any more than I already have. There is one potential other card I could give him, or to Jeff. I do have that in my back pocket as a play. kind of like hanging on to it as like my last resort play. But I don't need it, thankfully. And if you're wondering what it was, it's very obvious. It was the Trick Williams, his coat from WrestleMania 42, from the end of the last year, from the end of WrestleMania 42 during the Reward Mania. I was holding on to that one because I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, I still have that. And I have that one that turned out to be full-blown speed, so I have that in my back pocket. I cannot believe that this has hit the spots that it has. Honestly, I thought for sure, what was it, 53 was the one? I thought for sure 53 was the be-all, end-all. It was going to be the end for me. Okay, so Power Game is going to be our enemy. I don't think so for the females. The others, it might be. If it turns out to be a quad tag team, I'm in a little bit of a problem. I really gotta start going through and finding cards. You two start us off. There's really nothing else I really can say at that point. Okay, that's fine. If you've ever seen the meme, everything's fine, and everything around the dog is on fire. That's pretty much my mindset right now. Everything's fine. Things burning around me. Everything's fine. Okay, so we need to get... Boy, it's gonna be a little bit of a... Okay, so the first one, we need to be over 44.2. Only two of you are in there. I might as well get Hendry and Oba in there then. Let's start with that, I suppose. Why I did that, I'll never know. Okay, so Oba. He's gonna be really far down, isn't he? Oh, he's gonna be more towards the top. Yeah, I've pretty much figured it out after the fact. I'm also extremely mad at myself that it took me that long. Okay, so we got our 4. Let's go back into the campaign first. I feel like that's going to be our go-to. This has been nuts. 135,000. Can I give you something more than that? Let's see. Get that off of Bundy. That would help. So would the Quake Burger too. So Bundy and Quake. What do we have on you? atrocious items. Okay. And you, it's just. I feel like just one item changes you completely. A little bit of work's going to be needed here. Did I take yours off? I did not. So we'll do this. Where is it? 135,000. Probably nothing in comparison to his other item. What else do we have here? Five. 2. I don't know what else to use though. Yeah, that could have been done way better. All right, so okay, every card in general, we need to have a word. Bundy, we need to have a word with you. And Quake, you too. Hopefully these two alone are going to change our odds a little bit. Something. I'm all for doing something to help out for one of the matches too. If I have to. Yeah, we gotta do this for him. There's no alternative, actually. I'm thinking about it. This way. Now, we just need something for Oba here. If I can give him something that's heavy power, something in here could do it. Don't you wish? I gotta be able to get over 48. If I can get over 48, 4.8 million, I'm good. Let's see. You'll reach 4.7. Reach that. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna try it. What? I'm gonna try something else. I get that. Something that had that. enormous power on it. I know it was under WrestleMania 42. I've got an idea. Because if already I'm gonna have to use Adventure anyway, why not just give it all to Hendry? Yeah, it's not gonna be a lot in comparison. It's better though, because better than that item I was giving them. And plus, this can go over to Ova. Slap that on both of you, that's gonna be extra. Slap that on, I could probably win. This match 1 requires the big knockout. I think I have it. I think we got it. Do not quote me. I think we got it for match 1. Or is it match 2 that does it? Match 2 does it. Okay. Oh, at least we got 2. At least we be 2 out of 3. Match 3 does it. Okay. No deal. We get dropped by a decent amount, so yeah. Okay, that cleans up match 1. It's gonna be incredibly close. Ooh. That makes this worth it. The microphone probably makes it worth it. Everything else probably doesn't. Maybe to pro some cards to get them out of the way. Alright, well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Extra long video, to be honest. So many losses, so much dealt with, but we progressed to 50, past 56. That's all that matters. We'll be going forward from there. So thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the content I'm putting out, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. This is Josh the J System signing out. Take care, everyone, and have a good night.